Alright, so Tharious, man, you're telling me about the action figures that you have around the store. What's the story behind that again?
Most people think it's they confused as to what they are. So they call bear bricks. They're collectible figurines. You can use them in your house with like as a display, or there's a lot of them that are extremely expensive and they're collectible because they're very rare, and they most of the time collaborations with artists or movies or so to be honest with you, all it is a decoration. That's realistically that's what it is.
Because guys, if you've been to Backdoor, you'll see that this guy has collections for days.
My mom and my brother mock me and call it the toy store rather than the sneaker store because there's more sections of toys than there are.
Alright, welcome to it, man. It is your boy Burn. And yes, this guy, he's not here today. He's out in Cape Town doing big things. So shout out to T. But we're in his favorite store with the man, Tharious Demetriou. What's happening, Captain?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, man. It is, for me, when I'm here, I feel like I'm in like sneaker heaven. It is the sneaker collector's dream. You have everything and anything you might need. And in fact, you have everything and anything a sneakerhead needs. Please, tell me, when did it start? And let's start with yourself first, Tharious. I mean, let's talk about your sneaker journey. When did that start? How old are you?
So, I would say around when I was about, let's say, give or take 15 years old, plus minus.
And what's that thing that makes you jump up and like, all right, I'm a sneakerhead. What's that first pair, or what's that first moment?
Funny enough, and a lot of the people
I love funny stories.
Are new, like I would say, new to the quote unquote game. So they won't believe that the first pair, and at that time, NMDs, Adidas NMDs were like, if you got a pair, that was the hottest pair on the block with Yeezys, and Adidas was flying at that time. So the first pair that I went and I camped out for, and I slept in Sandton City, inside, underneath a coffee shop's table. I'll never forget it. Me, my brother, and two other friends that were doing it at the same time. And we got a pair of grey NMDs. I'll send you the picture.
So yeah, we got that. We'll put that in the bottom. Grey NMDs. How do I say that again?
NMDs.
NMDs, yeah. Adidas.
So it's like it's now you would consider it just like a running shoe, to be honest with you. But at that time, sure, Adidas was flying. Those NMDs, everyone was wanting a pair of NMDs, and
yeah, I heard
that was around when I was about I'd say 15, 16 years old.
The Nike guys now always say that Adidas is always a strong two in terms of the picking order.
At that time, Jordans were sitting. They were sitting. You could pick up like legendary colorways, like Breads and very cool colorways, and the Adidas people were lining out for anything Adidas, the consortium range. At that time, it was collaborations with stores and people, and Pharrell Williams, he had NMDs, and Adidas. Obviously, that's when Yeezy just signed with Adidas. It was a crazy time, and that was what was hot, and Nike was just chilling on the shelves.
So what year is this?
That was, I would say, around, give or take,
because you're 14, 15 now.
Yeah, probably 2015 plus minus.
And then what does this look like? Is this pocket money saved up, all right? Or is it you handing the folks?
Extortion of my mother. And then that's how I got into that, actually. So I realized that, mom was not happy with me going every second week or whatever to go and spend 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 rand, because at that time sneakers were much cheaper than they are now. So that's how it came. I said to myself, I saw some guys were buying few pairs, and I was like,
how does it work? Yeah.
Wow. And that's how I got into obviously what I do now, resell. So instead of buying one pair, buy 2 or 3 pairs, and the second and third pair was paying for my personal pair. And
so it's like a relay almost.
Exactly. My mother, if you ask her, she probably will tell you that I never paid her back, but in my mind I was paying her back.
Yo, what's happening, sneakerheads? It is Burn from the Klean Pair. We got something very exciting for all the sneaker enthusiasts out there. If you have a collection that you want to share with us and the audience out there, feel free to send us your 5-minute clip. We'll definitely drop it, like we're about to drop this one that's coming up. My man Wesley, he has a very, very impeccable collection of sneakers. Check it out. Make sure you guys send it to us at Klean Pair. You guys can hit us up on our Instagram. send us a DM. We'll make sure that we get your clips and we put it out here so all the sneaker enthusiasts can know what your pair is about. Let's go.
Hey gents, Wesley Deal here. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. I've been loving how you guys have blended sneaker culture, entertainment, and community. So just a little about me. I've built my sneaker collection over about 15 years. I was on about 100 pairs at a certain point. But I've realized there's just a fine line between being a collector and being a hoarder. But I think to me, sneakers have always been, stories we wear. I think each pair is just kind of a snapshot or a memory, a style, or just how we identify ourselves. I think that's why, I connected so hard with your mission to just push sneaker culture forward. Not just clean kicks, but just elevate the conversation around them. So the sneakers at the bottom are all the ones that are going to be sold. Like I said, no hoarding allowed here. The collection's a combination of training shoes, lifestyle, and obviously the boxing stuff. Visual representation of what my life is like. So thank you both for creating a space where sneakerheads can be heard, where culture is celebrated, and where the love for sneakers is lived every day. Thanks again for featuring me, and let's bring those kicks back to life, the Klean Pair way.
Alright, so you already know what we do around here. It ain't a show unless we do a fit check. So, man, Tharious, what you in, man? Let's see what's going down.
So I got today the Nike SB De La Soul. It's quite an old pair.
Yo, De La Soul is in the hip hop crew.
Yeah. So they did a low, which are obviously these, and they did a high, which is white with the same print and that. I think
we'll put that out in the pod.
I think if I'm not mistaken, it's the same. This design is the same as one of their albums, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's
a dope pair, man. That's a dope pair. So I mean, you guys already know, all right? I am in an Adidas Gazelle 3 stripes that don't change. I got the gum sole with the top suede green alligator style, right? It's fresh. It stays fresh. You see, even the expert is talking about it. I get para suede, all right? So he's going to tell us a lot about it. I mean, this is a sneaker expert out here, man. So we've done a fit check. Now we're going to talk. You've been in the Lion. It's sent in, you've got your pair. What's the next move from there?
Go home and take a picture, put it on Instagram, just to,
Are you wearing it out?
People. I'm the type of person that goes home and looks at it, admires it, takes pictures of it, make sure that it's 100% and not there's no, because sometimes you buy sneakers that have a glue stain.
Yeah.
And then I wait for the perfect time and then I wear it.
What's the perfect occasion at that time when you were 15, 14? CVs.
Just pay my 10 rand to wear my shoes. That's probably it. Or you go at the time there was the sneaker exchanges and that.
Yeah.
You make sure you try and put your best foot forward there.
Actually, in our chats earlier, Tharious, you were talking about the eventing, and I was saying that it looks like the sneaker community is starting to get together. I mean, that's the reason why me and you are here having this conversation. But it looks like it's a slow build. And from an eventing perspective, we're talking about the sneaker exchange and how it used to be awesome. And where do you think, from a sneakerhead's perspective, what happened to those type of events?
Yeah, they have to obviously pay for venues and having people there, some special guests and stuff. So obviously they need to make money. But I feel like in the beginning, again, from the outside, also as a kid, now I'm using that because that's what time it was when I was still a kid. I just feel like it was more focused on the sneakers and the clothing and stuff, other than what it became, where it was more like a jewel with a few vendors and stuff, if that makes sense. So
the ecosystem was starting to not obviously live up to the actual event.
Yeah.
Because the ecosystem is directly derived from the stalls, the people, the vendors that are going to be there.
I would think so. Again, I've never done something like that, so it's very difficult for me to make an assumption. But again, I'm just talking from a person who went there and enjoyed it thoroughly, and then it seemed like there was less vendors and less people. And maybe that was also linked to maybe guys would just stop doing the sneaker thing and that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And but it still was cool, but it was just more focused on the artists that were coming and the party and that type of stuff.
Yeah, so you go now from obviously being in Sandton, being in the lines, 14 years old, you got your first pair. Then next thing, it's starting to collect slowly, and then you're starting to trade.
Yes.
Explain when it hits you on the trading, and how does that community look? Where do you find it? When do you even start at that time? Because this is now what, 20?
I don't know. I would say around 2014, somewhere.
So at least there's good tech for you guys to start communicating,
but
right?
You are right. At that time, there wasn't like there was a few not mainstream, but there was a few stores, kind of. But it was more like a guy will know that you the guy that will get some pairs.
Yeah.
So you'll build up like a name, or you'll build up like a reputation of being able to source pairs, get pairs, and that. Because at that time also the limited quantities was, in my opinion, much more limited in South Africa than it is now. So a person will message and be like, hey, like, do you have this pair? And also another thing that was big in that time were WhatsApp groups. So there'll be a group of like-minded people, and I would say, okay, I got this pair, and maybe somebody from the group will see or send it to their mate and say, hey, the guy has your pair in your size, message him.
Trade.
And that's kind of where it was. It was more like community. It wasn't very mainstream. It was also like, I feel like sneakerheads, I don't know about now, but then it was very like gatekeeping. Like,
exclusive.
Where did you get
exclusive.
that? Don't worry about it. It's like it's underground. Don't worry about it.
So with the illicits, back then it was purely based on trust. So there wasn't a big avalanche of it like what's happening now. But as well, the borders are more porous. We have obviously leaks. There's issues of ports with stuff coming into Gauteng.
Yeah, and obviously as something is more hyped and stuff, and more people want it, is when it starts to become more counterfeited. Like, nobody's going to counterfeit something that nobody wants. So the more something that is hot on the streets and everybody wants it, then guys will see and be like, okay, this thing is flying, let's make some
replica.
Exactly.
So I saw an interesting article, I think it was sometime last year, where in France, they want to install illicit good detectors at entry points. So like by the door of the airport, you know, like how you have your scanners that see if you've jacked anything in store.
Yeah.
So they want to place those for illicit goods.
I'd love to.
So when you walk past, it'll show that your Nike or your Adidas is fake.
How will they show that?
I have no idea. So I wanted to find out how that would work in South Africa, because I'd like put it everywhere. I'd like put it in malls. I'll put it at the airport. I'll put it in most of these nightclubs that we have here. Restaurants. Yeah, because I mean, how could you be flexing in the fake Gucci? You know what I mean? So
different strokes for different folks. Sometimes I guess if it's done with the wrong intention, and you know you're buying a Hong Kong to try and like now flex on it, then I guess you're just kidding yourself. But if that's what you enjoy, go for it. But you know, maybe you're a person in the limelight and stuff, and now people are looking up to you and being like, geez, I want to get all the things that he has. Meanwhile, you just... I don't know.
So while we're on the topic of limelight, I mean, and we're going to get to the chops about the store. In terms of big names, how many, who has? I know you dropped the Oscar Mbo just pretty earlier, but are they walking through here? And do you have quite a good celebrity contingent that comes through the door?
There's a lot of guys that have become our friends throughout the years. Again, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. This store now that we're sitting in now is only been 4 months, but we had another store in Linksfield that was literally tiny, and building from there. And throughout the years, you know, a guy is looking for something, because those guys know that they need to be fly. They have to make sure that they're wearing the best of the best. So
obviously, this, as I call it the sneaker mecca of South Africa, the back door.
Thank you.
It is. And don't get it twisted, guys. It is. I mean, literally anything you want from a sneaker perspective is here. the drip is also quite on fleek here. Y'all niggas need to come through and check it out. But I was asking Tharious is that in terms of names, man, because we're talking about a couple of guys that have come through. You've mentioned Oscar Mbo, but is there a couple of other celebrities that pop through here and they do their regular shopping here, or do you send them pairs? Do you drop? Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is with this new location, it's not like a mall or something, because those guys, obviously, if they go into a mall, they stopped and also pictures and that. So I think they feel comfortable to come. And even at our last store, it wasn't in a mall or in a commercial kind of space. And throughout the years, obviously, these guys, and there's been quite a few of them, even some ladies as well. They're always looking for hot stuff, and they come through, and then we build a relationship with them, because at the end of the day, they all lovely people. I actually never had anybody come into the store that I'm like, geez, who's this guy? Why is he acting like that?
No divas.
They're amazing. To be honest with you, a very funny story again.
I like
the
funny
first time
stories.
I met Oscar Mbo, and he'll laugh. He came into my store in Linksfield again. My store was very small. I had no idea, to be honest with you, who he was, and he knows. And obviously, again, we treat everybody equal, no matter who you are.
Out of interest, what music are you into, Tharious?
I like all type of music,
okay.
To be honest with you. If you come into the store, you can sit in the store and you can listen to literally...
There was some nice funky jazz playing.
Exactly. We listen to hip hop, listen to piano, listen to Afro house. Even we got some olden R&B and hip hop. Most of the day, we start the day like that.
No, I asked because he's walking into the store, and if you are one of those guys that follow the genre, then I was gonna question you.
100%.
Alright, so he comes through, yeah.
Yeah, he came through, and honestly, many people attest to this. What a gentleman! What a lovely guy.
Very fashionable.
Always willing to be helpful, and also not anyone that you would think if he walks into and you didn't know who he was, you wouldn't be like, oh, this guy's got an attitude. He's an amazing guy, and sure, the dripper. He's the big dripper.
Yeah, no. He's on. Look, he's so well put together. Every time I see the guy.
But there's been many guys, and like I say, whether they celebrities, not celebrities, everybody to us is the same. We are family. We family run. Everybody is welcome here, whether you're buying the big pairs or even the small pairs. We try and make everybody feel like when they leave that they not only got some drip, but they also feel like they gained a family. They're part of the family. They welcome anytime, even if they just want to come and sit and chill and even play PlayStation. Everybody is welcome. But that's what we try.
But don't just come in and play PlayStation. Don't do that. I just buy a hat, get a fitted.
There's T's and C's on the PlayStation. 10 grand to play. Just joking.
All right, so let's talk about the store's journey, Tharious. I mean, you spoke about your first location being out in Linksfield.
Yeah.
But actually, your first location was in your booth.
100% in my room, in my house, just trading and driving and dropping off pairs to you'll get a phone call and be like, hey, I want the pair, and then I tell my mom,
shoot,
hey mom, I need to go to Waterfall to drop, and then she's like, gee, do you know who this person is?
You might even get
exactly. I might have robbed it. No, thank God. I've been scammed once or twice in my life, but luckily every time that I've gone, it's been a proper person.
What was the scam? What does it look like for a sneaker exchange head?
Right in the beginning of the store, still trying to make a name, but as much as I said I've been doing it for time. Having a store is a big difference to just trading here and there. Trading here and there was just for some extra money. Opening a store was obviously to try and
keep the lights on.
Employ some people, whatever the case may be. Guy messages, he wants so and so pair, blah blah blah. Phones and says, I need it tomorrow. It's my birthday. Hey, you're trying to make a plan for the guy. You're trying to make a plan for the guy and sends a proof of payment. Please, brother, I'm going to send someone to collect the pair. I'm like, I got a proof of payment. It can't be fake.
Yeah.
Pair gone. He even sent a picture of his ID. I'm like, this can't be a scam. But when it's too good to be true is
too much information.
Exactly.
Yeah, he gave you too much information.
Pair gone for 2-3 days after. The money should have reflected. Phone the guy, brother, what's happening? He still led me on. No, I'm phoning my bank. Don't worry, it's sorted. The money will come. Maybe 4 days later, phone the guy, blocked, messages blocked, everything blocked. There's my pair, 6,000 rand. gone. It was school fees.
How many times is it? So that's happened how many times?
That's happened once, and that was a school fee for me.
Jesus.
Very big school fee for me. Yeah.
Well, you got to learn somewhere, right? It's a hard lesson.
100%. He moved back all the stuff to my house. My house was looking like, I don't even know what word to use. There were just boxes everywhere, clothes everywhere. My garage was just full of stuff. And then, we obviously, like I said, this store was always going to be the store, but we were just, the time lapse between the Linksfield store and this store being done, we had to make a plan to be somewhere. So,
yeah, because obviously you can't lose that rapport you have with your clientele.
100%. And also, there's a lot of stuff yes, we made a plan after the robbery to put it in my house, but it was like a makeshift. My lounge was full of things, my garage, everything.
I would have wanted to come through there one day.
Everything was just everywhere. Everything was just everywhere.
You probably find there for a price tag, you have sneaker boxes with the price stand on top.
No, it was just the car parts in the garage or in the corner, and then there's just sneakers. It was a crazy time.
So you guys will see that we'll give you a whole turnaround of the store. I mean, I think it's such an amazing space. It's a great place for us sneakerheads. And as well, remember I've got that challenge from this guy right here to buy my first Jordan. So I think my man Tharious has dropped something on me today. I've seen a couple. There's 3 that are in contention. The one that I might walk out with, I think it's gonna impress this guy. So T, watch out, son. I'm coming out for you, and I'm coming out with the man that got the experience, okay? So with that, I want to talk about trends.
Sure.
2025, we are now obviously from spring going to the summer, in the summer, because I think in South Africa it goes winter, summer.
Yeah. There's no middle ground. No, there is sometimes.
Yeah, it's
but not much.
What's a trend? What's going down?
People are now buying what they like. There was a time I would say during the 2020 time to 2020 where people just buying because they just wanted something that someone had. Like, I want a Jordan because my brother has a Jordan or my friend has a Jordan, whatever. Now people, from what we're seeing, people are coming in, buying what they like because they like it, because it's comfortable, because it's wearable, so right now I think sneakers are in a space where people are just buying not because of it's cool. Obviously, yes, of course, you're buying a Travis Scott because it's a Travis Scott and you want a little bit of higher level than like a normal Jordan one, but you're still buying it because you like it. It's not just because I'm buying it just because my friend has it and I want it also.
And then brand-wise, obviously we know Nike strong still.
Yeah.
And Adidas strong number 2 as well. Who's coming after those brands, in your opinion?
There was this time that New Balance was flying, but that slowed down. But they have some good pairs that they're doing some good collaborations.
Do you have a pair of New Balance?
I do, comfortable, sure. If you
I don't know
every day, as much as you like Adidas, a New Balance, you got to have one. It's a everyday comfortable shoe, wearable shoe, and that's also my collection has also changed through the years. And now I'm trying to go for shoes that before I buy it or before I take it or whatever, I think, how many times can I wear this shoe in a month and enjoy it? Because it matches, because it's comfortable. I don't get home and take it off and be like,
oh, finally.
Yeah, there's some shoes that look amazing, but they're not comfortable.
And then we have this, I'm going to ask you this question, how I ask all my sneakerheads, right? So there's designer shoes.
Sure.
You got your Dolce Cabbanas, you got all these guys that are going into making streetwear.
Yeah.
Do you welcome those brands into the sneaker world, or are they still placed as designer shoes? Because for me, sneakers are wearable streetwear, and I wouldn't say commercial, but I would also say stuff that they have a lot of rare finds that you can go get, like your Jordan 1s. I mean, you guys, you got, I mean, for example, your De La Souls.
Yes.
These are not easy to find, right?
Yeah.
You're a proper sneakerhead, I identify that. But you got guys that will put on a Dolce & Gabbana, right? And because it's 80,000, 20,000, he thinks he's got a dope sneaker on, while I think he's got a dope shoe on.
It's a good question. There are some brands like, for instance, Amiri and like Louis Vuitton and stuff that have like for instance, the LV trainer. Like, it's a kind of a sneaker, but I get what you're saying. A lot of guys, and again, like I say, each to their own. they believe that because it's expensive, it's cool, right? It's not always the case. You can find a hidden gem that's cheap, that's a good price, that maybe you came upon it by luck. You walked into the store and there it was your size sitting, and you got a grail. But it's not always the case that if it's expensive, it's cool. It might be just expensive because of the name, or because maybe it is a bit of a rare shoe, but there's some rare shoes that are
not heavily priced.
They're terrible looking, but they like still 100K, 50K, and I'm like, geez, I wouldn't even pay 1,000 Rand for that shoe. But again, that's the nice thing about fashion.
Yeah.
You here with the gazelles, I appreciate it, but I don't have any gazelles. So as much as it's cool, maybe you get a Jordan and I must get a gazelle. But yeah, that's the nice thing about fashion. Everybody can express their self with what they like. Through a day, people come through and everybody's dressed differently, and that's a self-expression.
Yeah.
The gazelles are maybe a self-expression of what you like. So yeah.
All right. So top 3 best sneakers right now.
Of all time. For me,
number 1.
Pigeon.
Oh wait,
Dunk.
is there an order?
No, this is number 1. I'll do top 3 in my opinion of all time. It's gonna be difficult because there's so many sneakers. But
all right, we'll put the pics here. Y'all will see that.
One that pops out, a pair that's unattainable. If there's anybody out there that maybe wants to bless me, please. Pigeon Dunk, the first one that came out.
The Pigeon Nike Dunk.
Exactly. Yeah. Riots everywhere for it. Crazy. The next one, I would say a silhouette rather than a shoe, because the silhouette is a Jordan 1 low, the OG. That's something, if you come to the store, I've got a few of them. I really enjoy them. They're very comfortable, very wearable. And number 3, and funny enough, if somebody had to say to me, you can only have one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, and that's the pair that you can wear, is a Yeezy 700.
Yeezy 700.
It's the most comfortable shoe, and a lot of guys that have the pair will attest to the fact that it's just an all-rounder. Again, it doesn't answer your question fully, but there's so many amazing shoes.
Well, I'm glad that you could run it down to about 3, because it takes guys a while, and especially with guys that have your history. And then I want to quickly drop into the Yeezy subject, man.
Sure.
What do you think of that whole breakup with the Yeezy and Adidas? Has that changed your way of seeing Yeezy, the sneaker?
He's always been out there, like from what I can remember, he's always been like out there, and even his designs, like when he came out, even when he was with Nike, when he came out with the Red Octobers,
the Octobers are crazy, yeah.
That was something that nobody's seen. When he came out with 350s, even the 750, the boots, people were like, gee, what's going on? But people liked it. I think I'm sad because I enjoyed Yeezys. I like Yeezys. I like thing, but yeah, he went a bit, I don't know what happened, but he went a bit crazy.
Well, we'll see him in December. We'll probably ask him himself.
No, that's also a conspiracy theory as well.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what's going on. I watched TikTok and...
Well, I don't know. It might be another fire fest there. You know?
Yeah.
But we really hope he does come through.
Yeah, that'll be amazing.
It'll be dope.
And Travis is coming now.
Yeah.
We hope Travis comes.
Lupe Fiasco next week, back to the city. Yeah. So there's a lot of things happening.
A lot of cool things now. Don Toliver, YG Marley, all of them were just here. So some cool stuff is happening, and it's really
and as well, they thought we're killing people out here in South Africa.
No, it's not a jungle. It's not a jungle.
Yo, man, this has been such a fresh chat. I love my man Tharious. Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
It has been such an awesome chat, guys. Make sure you come through to the man's store. Show him some love, man. Swipe that credit card. Swipe that debit card. Make it rain. You're gonna get out here with a lot of swag. And hey, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm about to walk out here with a J. So, yo, I'm a happy guy right here. Shout out to everybody that's watching it. It's a Klean Pair. Shout out to my man T. Hopefully you got some great snafus there up in there in Cape Town. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to everybody that came out. It is a wrap. Shout out.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yo, it's T from the Klean Pair Podcast. I'm out in Cape Town today, and I'm here visiting a couple of my favorite sneaker stores from back in the day. and maybe some couple of new ones as well. So check me out as I go into Jack Lempers for today. Let's see if they still have any heat.
Builders, my
There's this thing that they're doing now with the, you can't do the whole sniff test, you can't feel the shoe, you can't feel the leather because of all this plastic wrapping. For me, I don't know, it takes away a bit from the experience of I'm out here trying to feel these pairs so I know what I'm buying. Because even with these 11s, I'm not sure what kind of, I needed to feel the leather. But I think that's probably what the game is right now. So let's kind of see what they have over here. Those big bubble, those two pairs, the two classic right there. I remember Lebo Rasita were talking about these are the only two go-to pairs, and he was right. And you shocks people, these are the original ones where this is what Vince Carter used to play in. And those are my kids up there, for all of that. Except the 16 rings, obviously. Oh man, this store is still looking dope. Let's check it out. We're in the land of MXs, right? And yeah, man, I think I guess they've got stuff that is probably just all retail stuff, right? I think we're gonna do a whole lot more stores today before if I'm getting a pair dedicated to Cape Town for the weekend. The aim is to get something that's probably an Air Max, right? Because just to honor Cape Town. But nothing's grabbing me yet, but I'll let y'all know. Okay, now we're at the second location. We are at Shelf Life, which is the pioneer of the sneaker outlets and stores out here. So let's go check out what they've got. I'm hoping they maintain this, guys. Right, big stuff. I can see you, Burn. I can see you in this little two-piece. When's your birthday, dog? So I think for me, the store's got one of the best layouts here, and some really cool classical stuff. I mean, I'm seeing right now, I didn't actually see these, the Reebok Shaq Gnosis. Let me go and actually pick them up. It's got the premium suede, like, these are Shaquille O'Neal sneakers, guys. Shaq D's, these are Shaq Gnosis. Waves. Let's collab with. I mean, these are still retailing now at $7,000. But I think season 2, what we're gonna try to do is move to this section of maybe do a dad shoe challenge, Bern and I. We've got to talk about that. So I think I've seen enough from Shelf Life, man. I think they've got into a bigger space. They've got a good vibe. They've got the coffee shop out here. I think it's pretty dope, man. Cape Town is literally, it is about the sneaker culture, and they do this stuff so well. That's why I'm so happy to kind of go and take my time with each store, because I know I'm in the mecca of sneaker culture.